Hello and welcome to Tendeli Waterfalls. I have just made a new planning which I want to share with you, so you get a little bit more understanding of how to build your own waterfall by using my system, or let's say our system. In this example, it's about a mesh waterfall where we have on the normal floor, the ground level, we have the waterfall, the mesh waterfall, which is connected to the overflow channel with mesh brackets. So the mesh is mounted in the overflow channel, and then the water is collected here at the bottom by the bottom tank. Actually, it's like the slim kit in our shop. So that's the basic setup. And we have added some brackets here. These are our multifunctional triangle brackets, where later then the customer can put decoration covers to hide this bottom tank. So the architect told me yesterday that he would rather have the fixation of the bottom tank not be mounted to the floor but to the wall at the back, because he said they have some floor heating, so drilling in the ground would be a problem. So I have changed this. I will just show you in a minute. But the more challenging thing is that the water treatment area suddenly became a wall that hasn't been there before. So let me just show you the picture. So this is the quite challenging area where we want to put the water treatment, and it has or had an access from the back. So what we did was we planned to have the backflow, so the water that needs to go back to the pump, to be connected on that side of the technical tank. And we also had the reverse osmosis, the metering unit, and water additive, and this lifting device for the wastewater, because we are below ground level, actually in a kind of a ancient basement, and we cannot have the wastewater flow by gravity, so we have to use this, I don't know the English expression, but I guess you know what I mean, this pump where the wastewater is then lifted to the gravity pipe for the drain. Okay, so, and we thought because we have access from this side, we can then later connect the backflow pipe and here the safety overflow from that side. But the architect told me that somebody has put a wall there. So no access from the other side anymore. And guess what? This site is going to be visited in 2 weeks. So anyway, means that we had, or I had to change the setup of the water treatment, and I did it right now. So I will show you the new version of it, which, by the way, if you're watching this at the moment, I have put a link in this video, this description, so you can actually open this 3D file and watch it in your own browser. And what I did is I have turned the technical tank by 180 degrees so that the connection to the safety overflow and the backflow is now accessible from this front. Because, yeah, later on the area back here is actually not accessible anymore. And I have moved the reverse osmosis and canister with the water additive and metering unit up here, because if I would leave it down there, and imagine there's actually a, you can't get there from the other side, then accessing all the components down here, it's like, yeah, not possible, because we have this wall on this side, and yeah. So I had to make it accessible from one side, and I think now this is going to work. So the customer is going to prepare this backflow pipe and prepare the plugs, which I have mounted up here so that those are as far away as possible from water splashes, if there are splashes. So wouldn't make sense to put these plugs right below the water valve here, because you're working with water and then there's always some splashes, and so it's important to have the electricity as far away as possible from possible splash areas, and preferably above such splash areas, so that the water, if it comes from somewhere, doesn't hit this electrical connection. So what we have now is everything is accessible from this side, so this lifting device, then the connection to the backflow can be now easily installed and also maintained if necessary. We have a safety overflow, and we have here the technical tank where we have the pump, the dirt filter, and the swimming valve stored. The customer is going to be so kind, and he will have these seat profiles installed before we come, so that we only have to mount these consoles, and then we can place the technical tank here, and also this shelf-like drip tray, where then we mount the reverse osmosis and the water additive and the metering unit. And I'm sharing this today because if you would ask me what's the most important thing when you build waterfalls or in the waterfalls, I would say it's planning. So most important thing is planning, because some people say 10 minutes planning will save you 1 hour execution on site. So now I think we have a pretty nice planning, because we have a 3D drawing which allows us to get kind of a feeling. So is it going to work? Are we going to be able to access all components during the installation and later on when we operate this waterfall? So when we want to change filters or canisters, so it's important that everything is accessible, that everything that the components do not collide, and yeah. So most important thing is planning. Many years ago we did this with 2D drawings and by hand, and of course we had much more errors, because when you do it 2D and not true to scale, then sometimes you interpret parts and their dimensions and how they are going to sit. And that's why, since I'm using Sketchup, everything is much more easy. And I would also recommend you to use Sketchup, which is a super intuitive and very affordable tool to create 3D drawings. And so when I changed this drawing today, I got some moments of satisfaction, because for example, I had to change this fixation system up here, and then fix it or make the fixation to the back wall. And as I already have all these parts in 3D drawn, especially those seat profiles, those consoles, and those brackets which we use in our system, also the overflow channel. So creating such a drawing, such a planning drawing, it becomes every time it becomes easier and easier because I don't have to draw each component from the beginning. I can use existing components and just copy paste them into my actual project, which makes the drawing itself much more easy. And of course, you need to have parts that you can yeah, use in different situations, parts which have multiple functions. And yeah, I like it really because all these parts which we are using give us a big flexibility. Because just as an example, if I wouldn't use these C profiles here, and I have a concrete wall and I try to drill a hole for exactly this opening, it might happen that I have some metal iron bars in the concrete which do not allow me to have my hole at this place, but I need it at that place. So what happens then is that you drill and you drill 2 centimeters, you know, if you have drilled holes, you know what happens. You try to find a place where you can actually drill, and this is can be very challenging, and it also can mean that you're simply not able to drill at the place you wanted to drill. And in order to avoid such small construction dramas, I like to use these C profiles. Because these C profiles, they have multiple holes. So what I do then is first I mount the C profile, and if this hole has an iron bar in the concrete, no problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have so many other holes I can use and still stay stay precise according to my planning. So I am very confident that I'm going to be able to mount the C profile. And once the C profile is mounted, then I can use this console here. And that one is flexible, so I can go up a little bit and I can go down a little bit. This is what I have done then down here. So because we cannot mount or stabilize the bottom tank by connecting it to the ground, that's why I'm using here again a C profile, because I want to stay flexible regarding this console here, because I don't have so many options if I can drill at that place. So this way to fix it gives me some ease, because I know that doesn't matter how the wall in the back is, I will be able to fix my bottom tank nicely, even though if maybe I have to change a little bit the distance to the wall in the back, or even if I have to change a little bit the height of my bottom tank, I will still be flexible, because this C profile and the console, they can be moved up and down, and this can be moved forth and back. So I love to use systems which are flexible and can be adjusted to changing situations on the site. So I hope you like this system, or maybe you already use it. I can highly recommend it. C profiles and consoles and whatever you do on site. When you're not sure that your drillings are going to be able or possible, then I would recommend to use C profiles. And by the way, that's also the reason why we have those big 2 C profiles here, because it will allow us to mount the technical tank even if the bricks at the back, because this is going to be a little bit challenging, drilling into these bricks. But because we're using C profiles, I don't have to be afraid that there's going to be a problem. In fact, luckily, we don't have to mount these C profiles, but any craftsman who is going to mount it, they have like 50 holes they can use. So means that these 2 C profiles are going to be in the right position when we arrive at the site. So very probably nobody knows, but probably it's going to be like that. And then we're going to have a easy time mounting and fixing our technical tank at the desired or planned position. So whatever your project is like, and if you're watching this and you're thinking about, oh, I can do that too, or I would like to build a waterfall, but I don't know yet how it's going to look like, or is it going to be possible with my specific situation, then please contact me. I would be glad to help you with your project. I'm sharing this video so you get a general idea of how it works, you get some more confidence, you understand how the system works. I'm not sharing it for you to copy it, but I can't stop you from doing it. So anyway, wherever you are in the world, so yes, you can use this knowledge for your own project, and I would be glad if you contact me to get some support for your own project, which is probably a custom project with custom situations and custom challenges. So we have this modularized systems in our shop, but still, as you can see, there are still some custom solutions that you might need, which I would be happy to provide in a planning session. And by the way, what I also do or intend to do, because I don't have the time now to publish it in my shop, I can also send you the parts so that you can weld them by yourself. So if you go to my shop and you see, okay, this is the kit and the price is this and that, then I can have these parts shipped to you, and then you can weld them by yourself, which number one would be cheaper, of course. I just have to calculate the price. And number two, I can deliver it faster to you because most of the parts we have in stock, and I just would need to cut them to your project's size, and then we can ship it and you can weld it by yourself, or you can have a welder at your place who then do that. So yeah, I'm sharing this, so blah blah blah. Thank you for watching, and I would be glad if you contact me for your